Hemlock High is intended for mature audiences and may contain material that some people find disturbing. Please see the episode description for content warnings and listen with care.
I can't fight this skin I'm in. I want to be sane and chosen. I keep always running away from my darkest self. Full moon glowing up above. Those two bright lights won't stay buried. Memories that I bet out from a distance. I can't wait to graduate. Maybe I won't hide, but in the meantime, show me what's inside.
Hi.
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 Hello. Hi.
Hey.
Hi. Hi. Sorry, this is so weird. I mean, in a great way, in a really, really, really good way.
Yeah, it's so nice to finally put a face to a name.
Yeah.
I should have assumed it was you. I was looking around the class and I just couldn't take my eyes off of you. Is that weird? Is that weird to say? I'm so sorry.
No. I'm so sorry. I really thought this was going to be very, very different. And I really don't mean to be weird about this, but you just found out, you just made the connection with who I am, right? You didn't figure this out earlier?
I feel like I had an inkling only because just knowing me and who I'm interested with online. I was just trying to narrow it down a little bit. And I don't think a very tall football person would be in my purview, let alone a person dressed up in full pleather leather. So I was just trying to play the process of elimination game, you know?
Okay, I'm going to trust you on this one because I do. I just have to show you something. And she grabs Camden's hand and drags them over to her locker where Sable kind of awkwardly holds her hand up and presents the lovely work done by someone. Yeah, this wasn't here an hour ago and I don't really want to walk home alone. So I know we're kind of just meeting for the first time, but do you want to walk home together?
Yeah, I think that would be smart.
Also, should I call the sheriff?
Only if you want to. I don't know if you got the lore drop earlier in class, but he's kind of my, step uncle.
Yeah, I guess that could make things weird.
Yeah.
Not the stunkle.
He's my stunkle.
I had to get stunkle in there. I'm sorry.
Camden looks over at the locker and is immediately horrified. Their eyes get super large, almost like bubbles, and looks back over to Sable and just goes, I hope you realize that I didn't do this.
No, absolutely not. You definitely, no, there's no way.
Okay, cool.
I trust you. I trust you.
Yeah.
Sable also absolutely has not let go of Camden's hand, still holding it, very excited to be holding a hand. This is huge.
Yeah, Camden's hand's a little sweaty. Yeah. And I just keep surveying the scene of who could have possibly done this? Where would you get a knife that strong to cut through someone's locker?
Yeah, I don't know. And Sable's just it's gone very internal for a second. What exactly was written on the locker again?
Will you go to homecoming with me?
So, Sable is going to, from the bottom corner of her locker that's kind of partially open, reach inside and grab her camera repair kit. She's going to open it up, get a screwdriver out, and she's going to scratch in Nagi's name underneath as though it's signed from her and put the screwdriver away. Turn to Camden and say, so I know who did this, and I don't want them to get in trouble. And I think this is the cleanest way to deal with this. I want to tell you more, but I don't know. There's so much happening right now. Do you trust me?
Absolutely. Yeah, no worries at all. And my grip starts to get a little tighter on their hand. And I just say, don't worry about it at all. Clearly, you know the lay of the land better than I do. And first days, am I right? And I figured if I trust anybody here, I can and should trust you since all that we've talked about beforehand.
This must be the shittiest first day anyone's ever had. I'm so sorry.
It's not great, but I'm happy that I got to meet you finally.
Yeah, it's nice to know that you're the same person online as you are in person. Sable awkwardly is just still holding Camden's hand, not totally sure what to do next. I don't know where you live. I want to walk home together, but I don't know if we're gonna be going in the same direction. I'll walk you home. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you. It's funny that you mentioned that just because I told Jackson that I was going to see if I remembered how to get home from school. So we might be going on a journey. Is that okay?
Sable has a moment where you see her remember that Camden lives with another classmate. Do we want to, have you told anyone about me? It's not because I'm not embarrassed. I don't really share my personal life with other people, so I just don't know. If we walk home together, will Jackson be weird?
Oh, no. Jackson very much keeps his life to himself, and I keep my life to myself. And we're not best friends. We only just met about a month ago since I've lived there with his dad and my aunt. It was kind of a quick thing, so I think we just made a silent bond that we just keep our stuff to our chest, unless we really need help. Since he's not my real brother.
Okay, maybe I walk you to a block away from your house?
Sure, that's okay. Yeah, if that is and Camden starts to not loosen the grip, but just soften it a little bit. Yeah, sure, that's totally fine, and internet anonymity, right? You don't want to know too much about me after just meeting me right now. So I completely respect that.
Okay, thank you. You mean a lot to me.
Yeah, same. And a lot's already gone on today. I don't want to ruin something else.
She grabs 2 things out of her locker, fishing her hand up and through to grab them, and then starts leading Camden down the hallway towards the exit.
Camden and Sable, as the two of you walk home, we're going to go ahead and fast forward to the next day at school. Despite perhaps Sable's wishes, news of this new couple around campus has already spread. There have been several blind items about it waiting in your queue the next time you log into Walls of the Stalls.
Delete, swipe, read them, giggle to myself. Oh, that's actually a really cute picture. Save the picture, delete.
As well as news about Sable's destroyed locker, which has also made the queue for Walls of the Stalls.
Post.
Well, you definitely get one that says, did you say yes? Did you answer the question?
And probably other references to Nagi's previous proposal to you. And speaking of that, Yakubu, the minute that you step onto campus, Nagi is right by your side like a little 4'11" homing missile. You idiot! You weren't supposed to write my name!
I wouldn't have written your name, and I didn't write your name.
Well, my name is on the locker, so everyone thinks that I did it. Thanks.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry that the chick you fell for is smarter than both of us combined, all right? I'm sorry, because I know I didn't write nothing. In fact, I don't actually even know what we're talking about. As he is leading her aside so this doesn't blow out of proportion.
Yeah, well, it was your idea to write, will you go to homecoming with me? You didn't think that was going to blow back on me?
You see this visible irritation on Yakubu because obviously with the situation that had happened in the yearbook committee room and then Nagi abandoning him, he's a little ticked off at her as well. And he kind of whips around on her and looks and is listen, you didn't tell me how I had to do it. The agreement was I made her look stupid. I'm sorry that she made you look stupid in return.
Shut someone down.
Ooh, that is a 9.
All right, choose from the list below, but you get a condition in return.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna give her a condition.
All right. What is Nagi's condition?
I think this one is gonna be rejected because she's already been rejected once by Sable, and Yakubu pointing this out very harshly that she's the one that keeps making the mistake of dealing with Sable. This is all her fault. She is the reject and continues to be so.
All right, that means I get to give you a condition in return.
I have a suggestion if you don't have one.
I am always down to hear suggestions.
I think Big Bully, because he is usually this big, kind, big bear of a guy, but it's when he does bear down over other people, and uses his size and his loudness to intimidate people. Like, he looks like a big bully. And as of right now, if anyone sees him around little 4'11 Nagi, that's a big bully right there.
Indeed, yeah. Nagi is shrinking away from you, like backing down. I think she's like back up into one of the lockers. She puts her hands up. Okay, sorry, I got a little heated. I'll drop it. Are we good?
That depends on you. Are you going to keep bothering me, or are you going to get out of my face?
No, I'm not. I won't bother you.
Listen, I'll deal with Sable. I'll figure this out for you. All right? And you kind of like see just like a moment of shame when he sees her shrinking back before he does like stand back up. Now get out of here. I'll figure it out.
And Nagi scurries. Valley, what about you this morning? What are you up to?
Valley was uncharacteristically late to school today. She's not wearing her cheerleading uniform today, despite the fact that it is Spirit Week.
Yeah, you have a practice later today.
Yeah, she'll put it on later when there's less folks around. But for the moment, she is fully covered from head to toe. She's got her white button down, her tie, her blazer. She has a full set of dark black, non-translucent, you can't see through them tights on today. And she is walking through the halls, eyes forward, heading toward her locker. If you looked her straight in the face, you would see some very dark circles under her eyes as she heads to her locker and starts to root around for whatever book she needs for the next class. So she's had a rough night, to say the least.
What were you up to?
How much of this do I want to give away?
We only got 3 episodes, baby.
Got it. Her dad was home last night. Her dad is an upstanding individual in their church, but he does work nights, which makes him pretty scarce in their family dynamic at home. When he's home, he is cranky, easily irritated. The smallest little things can send him off on a tangent. So Valley last night did not clean up his dishes in the kitchen. And when she went up to do her homework, before she knew it, he was in the room asking why she hadn't put his dishes away. And she said they weren't my dishes, which led to quite the verbal and physical altercation in the house that no one stepped in to help her.
I've got a weird question.
Sure.
Does your family know that you're dead?
I would say yes, actually. And her father actually likes the fact that she's dead because now there are no consequences for his actions.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah. So I would say they know, but given his stature in the church and in the community, they haven't shared it. And the fact that she is a ghost and still appearing physical is only a benefit to him in the end. He has an unkillable punching bag at this particular moment in time. So if he's got something to get out of his system, he has what he considers a free pass.
God damn.
Jesus.
Hey man, you said go there, so we're going there. You said drive it like a stolen car. Here you go.
I did say that. Sable, what about you?
Sable's rolling in late, camera bag in hand. She's wearing the same arrangement of uniform that she wore yesterday. It is unclear if Sable went home to sleep.
Interesting.
Because she did not, because she was out in the woods trying to locate some creatures that she has been trying to photograph in the night times. And given recent evidence, she has been focusing more of her time on this.
Interesting.
Very, very interesting.
No new news. No new news.
I'd like to, if I may, introduce the notion that the two of you have lockers near each other, Valley and Sable.
I'm with that.
Absolutely.
Valley is already at her locker. It's open and she's got a book in her hand, but she is uncharacteristically still, I think, as Sable comes up to the locker next to hers.
Sable's locker is also open, but
For different reasons.
Yeah, for different reasons, obviously.
Sable's gonna just get to the doors and just kind of remember what had happened and just let out a huge, okay. And start trying to get books out, swap some other textbooks. Looks over to Valley and says, good morning. Beautiful, beautiful morning.
Valley looks at the locker and then gives Sable a dark, knowing look. Seems like old romances aren't staying as dead as you might like.
Seems like the rumor mill may be circulating something incorrect on this one. How well do you know Yakubu?
He's on the football team, so I see him at practices and at the games, but we don't hang out. I don't know. We had like some like weird thing where he like touched my hand the other day, and like I don't know if he's like trying to like start something, but I don't know. That doesn't. My parents would kill me.
Yeah, he might too, if he's capable of something like this.
What is that supposed to mean?
Sable pulls the last book out of her locker, puts it into her backpack, slings it over her shoulder. Did you want to try retaking your cheerleader portraits again? You know, because you keep coming out weird in them.
Vally's eyes get huge for a second, but it's fine. Sable knows what went down and how it all happened, and they have an understanding that this is something that they're trying to like keep under wraps about Vally. Well, what did the photos do this time?
Maybe not in the hallway.
Sure. Vally slams her locker a little too hard and then gets like unreasonably close to Sable before like catching herself and then stepping back and kind of orienting herself in an alive person type way.
You know.
You gotta remember to breathe.
Yeah, I gotta remember to breathe.
Yeah, you've got to remember to breathe, to blink. You're like, oh, I have not blinked in 3 hours.
You start blinking too much.
Yeah.
I feel like in this moment, since Sable is pointing out the fact that I'm dead, I feel like this is like triggering unresolved trauma for me.
Oh, could you read that move?
Whenever something brings to mind your death, you choke up and gain the condition traumatized if you don't have it already. Whenever someone helps you resolve this condition, you both mark experience.
I like that. So go ahead and take the condition traumatized.
Sable wants to pull you really quickly into the dark room, which is right around the corner from her locker.
Great.
Immediately kind of drops her weird exterior hardness, edginess. Hey, so I keep trying to develop these portraits. They keep turning out really weird. I'm thinking maybe we just get sneaky and use the one that we used 2 years ago too.
Could you just do like Photoshop it or something? Like you're good at that.
Yeah, it's hard because the uniform's changed, so
Gosh.
I'll make it work. I always do. I you know.
I trust you. I don't know how to keep this under wraps. I feel like I'm like about to lose it. You're the only person I trust with this. So like just do whatever you can, because I cannot have people find out about this like at all, because I don't know how to fix it. There's just like nothing. Like I don't know why I'm stuck here.
Sable takes a moment, looks at Vally, goes to put a hand on her shoulder, and then rethinks doing that, wanting to keep the personal distance between them. I don't know why either, but you're doing a really good job keeping it under wraps. And I think something that might help you keep it further under wraps might be to put yourself in the spotlight. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but the higher up on the pedestal you are, the harder you are to reach.
Vally thinks about this for a second and then also thinks about Faith. Faith would, no pun intended, kill me. She's already pissed about whatever that post was that was on walls of the stalls, like trying to like write me in. Look, I know you know, like, can you see who would have posted it?
You know I don't tell anyone, and I trust you, but I don't.
I know.
It's the one thing I have to keep sacred. But we could try to make things easier for you to win.
I hate cheating, but
it's not cheating if you're not the one doing it. Wait, hold on. It's not cheating if I'm doing it for you? Wait, no. It's not cheating. It's not cheating.
I mean, if you say so, she will get back at me. That's just who she is. I know she projects this good girl persona, but she's not. And I know she's not.
We all know she's not.
And with that, I think Vally pulls her backpack off of her shoulder for a second and reaches in and pulls out a crinkled picture that she's printed out. And it is a photo of Faith and Jackson behind the bleachers getting familiar, and just hands it to Sable. I suppose a perk of not being seen is that I can see this.
Sable takes a photo, glances at it, nods, very unsurprised. Yeah, I can make this work.
Great. I will say I'm getting just a little bit tired of her being the example that we're all supposed to live up to when she's trashier than anybody else.
Trashier. That's a good inspiration.
I like how your head works.
Sable smiles, puts the photo into her backpack, puts it over her shoulder. See you later, Valley, and walks out of the room.
The girls have gone wild.
Oh, this is what you asked for. You asked, you're like, everyone be on your worst behavior.
I did. I asked for this.
I think Valley's doing it from like a very like righteous point of view, though, of just like, this is a person like, you know, Christians who say they're Christians, but they're doing the worst shit behind the...
No, this is hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Yeah. She does not like that, especially with what she's endured. She's not about it. And aside from putting herself in a place of safety, seeing the queen bee fall has some added advantages.
Absolutely. So, Sable, please mark one sympathetic token for Faith.
Wahahaha.
There you go, bestie. I got you. Gave you something you needed.
Incredible.
The witch now has power over the most popular girl in school, and she doesn't even know.
Sable has sympathetic tokens for all the rest of the player characters. I'm just pointing that out.
Yeah.
Camden, our mysterious new student. Now, I don't know how connected you are to the gossip of Walls of the Stalls, but I'm sure you've heard, at least through Jackson, your pseudo step-brother / step-cousin, that rumors of you and Sable are already flying around the halls. How are you feeling about that?
I think it's mixed feelings. I like the idea of being recognized in a place of status, but at the same time, it's my second, third, fourth day of school.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to just fly under the radar for as long as I can.
Yeah. I'd like to, if I may, throw you and Yakubu together.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is an interaction you were not expecting, because I think Yakubu's like stalking through the halls in a bad mood, and he sees you though, and he gets this tiny like little smirk. He's like, oh, I know the easiest way to get some information from Sable. And I think he does casually just bump into you. Oh my God, is that the mysterious new hottie? I can't believe it.
Oh, and like I'm holding books. All my books fall to the ground. And I'm slowly am starting to take the books and put them back on my hands. And I'm sorry about that. Yakubu, is it?
Yeah, easy name to remember. And I think you like missed one book, and he does kind of do just like the very like overly nice, like picks it up and like hands it to you to make sure that you have it. You are getting way popular, way fast. You doing all right? You settling in all right to Hemlock High?
Yeah. And meanwhile, Camden is just staring once again. I think the staring comes from genuinely your stature and your energy, and they are not used to something like that. So they're just sitting there like checking out the marvel of humanity that's happening with this person, but also just so confused as to why you're even talking to me. Like, I would just normally assume that you are pushing past and moving on with your day, but you've taken a second to talk to me and I barely know you. So the words are becoming a little hard, the hands are getting a little clammy, and it's just like, what? Yeah, it's been a doozy. I didn't know you could rise to fame this quickly.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when you've got your own like little celebrity girlfriend crush. I heard that you and Sable have been getting pretty cozy, and he gives you like some like gentle like elbow nudges, and unfortunately his gentle is not a normal person's gentle.
Yeah. And as the elbow nudge happens, my books fall to the ground once again.
Oh no, not a second time.
I head back down to...
Enemy of books everywhere.
So I head back down to pick them up. And I respond genuinely because Sable's name is brought up. I look up and I say, yeah, I didn't know how popular they were, but it seems like everybody knows Sable, and everybody has their feelings about them.
And as you're like getting down to like get your books, Yakubu is now sitting in a full squat next to you, and he is like lumbering over you a little bit more. And you kind of see him like tilt his head to the side as he, like a predator with prey, is like looking you over. I just want to make sure that you do see the full picture here, being the new kid. Protect yourself around Sable. She makes a mess of things when she shouldn't. I mean, if her locker is any indication as to that. What a mess, am I right?
Yeah, I actually noticed their locker when we met for the first time, but we have previous history. I wouldn't know anything about this school without them, so there's almost an alliance that I have to keep true to. But what do you mean specifically by their locker? Did you get a chance to see it this morning, or?
Oh, it's been talked about by everybody. You probably already know about Sable and her love life failing beforehand with her little situation with Nagi. Look, I don't seem like the guy that's always paying attention, but I just want to make sure that nothing bad like that happens to you too. After all, you want to make good alliances, and he holds out one of your books to you. I think we'd make a great one.
I will keep that in mind. Thank you. And I go to grab the book back, and there's like a gentle graze, because this is like a tiny book, I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And I look up and say, thank you. Again, I should probably go check on Sable.
Yakubu, I think I want you to roll turn someone on.
Hell yeah.
I almost didn't, but then you mentioned a gentle hand graze, Camden, and then I feel like we need to honor that. So I'm going to go ahead and read it. When you turn someone on, roll with hot. On a 10 plus, gain a string on them, and they choose a reaction from below. On a 7 to 9, they can either give you a string or choose one of the reactions. The reactions are, I give myself to you, I promise something I think you want, or I get embarrassed and act awkward.
And I have some bad news, because Yakubu is very good at turning people on, because that is a 9 plus 1. That is a 10.
So Yakubu, go ahead and gain a string on Camden. And Camden, you choose from the list below.
I think from the list, I promise something I think you want, which is my trust.
Excellent.
I surely won't use these 2 powers over you for evil.
I hope you do. We have 2 episodes.
Kim's like, be evil! Be fucking evil!
I'm trying to push everyone into being their messiest selves. We're speedrunning high school.
We're all looking to get suspended by homecoming.
Just make sure we call this like Hemlock High junior year so that when we like come back for, you can do Hemlock High senior year.
Junior year, week 1.
Yeah, week 1.
Sable. After Valley leaves giving you this sympathetic token concerning Faith, what are you doing?
Yeah, so I head to the computer lab and I set up camp in like the very back corner so no one else can see what I'm working on.
Sure.
I take a quick picture of the photo that I was given. I get another photo of Faith. I do a fun double exposure kind of cross layover effect of the 2 photos so that it's really hard to tell what's happening in either one. I put in a layer of fun hex code underneath. Oh, wordplay. Ho, ho, ho. And I upload the photo to my own gossip page with the caption, someone's doing something they shouldn't be, ? With someone they shouldn't be with, ? With the intention that Faith, who I know, keeps very close eyes on this page. We'll see. I press upload. And then about 40 seconds later, I can feel that she has read it. And upon reading it, Faith has been exposed to Wither.
Can you go ahead and read that for us?
I will. The way Wither works, the hexed loses all of their hair, or their teeth start falling out, or their period arrives unexpected and heavy, or their skin gets all sickly yellow and spotty. Whatever the specifics, it's bad. So I do have to roll. But, you know, the effects will happen on some level.
I am so gooped right now. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I get to roll with dark. I get a +1 to dark. That's a 9.
All right, so let's go ahead and read hex casting. You can cast hexes. Choose 2 that you know. To cast them, either expend a sympathetic token during a secret ritual or meet the target's gaze and chant at them in tongues. Then roll with dark. On a 10 plus, the hex works and can be easily reversed. On a 7 to 9, it works, but choose 1. The casting does you 1 harm. The hex has weird side effects or trigger your darkest self.
Weird side effects. I can't go yet. Not over Faith. Yeah, we're definitely going to have the hex having some weird side effects. So the initial side effect that Sable was going for with Faith is all vanity based. I want that beautiful cheerleader hair gone. and itchy. And itchy, so it looks like Faith is just pulling her own hair out just because she's so stressed. And dirty. She's a dirty little trash girl.
Well, these are all part of the chanting too.
Yeah, this is all what she's writing in the coding. So who picks the weird side effect? Do I get to, or how does that roll out?
I think I do, but I'm willing to hear from the class, literally.
I'd be nervous it affects Jackson also, because he was also in the photo.
Baby, that was exactly where my head was going, was that I think it's also not just Jackson. I think it is everyone that Faith has gotten with is subject to this curse. So not only Jackson, but also Tomas.
You just magically shot like out at an STD. And all
magic
these people,
STD.
Like, holy shit!
Oh, that's wild, and I love
God.
it.
This is some It Follows shit. Oh my God!
Use protection, babes.
I love also that Michael isn't affected because she hasn't slept with him because of the purity ring.
He's staying true.
He's about to be pissed.
The whole football team's about to shave their heads in solidarity.
There's gonna be like eight people out of school, and it's gonna be like, God damn.
Yeah, a ritual head shaving.
I mean, you could still be a homecoming queen with no hair. It's just high schoolers are tough.
Wigs have really come a long way nowadays.
She'll start wearing a pink one and be like, it's cool. Haven't you seen Closer?
Can you imagine if that's what she referenced?
Thank you for dropping the deep lore of Closer, a film that I think very few people saw.
Yeah, that's the one redeeming part of Faith. Is she just loves it. It's like if she's in on every Sundance movie. And she knows them front to back too. She knows the director. She's like, they're really coming up in the world. Like, actually, they have like a stage play that I'm actually gonna go see. It's like, what the fuck? She's a connoisseur of the arts? She's just an asshole?
That's the one thing Sable and her bond over, because they have a photographer in it, baby.
Oh, God. So I think the next place I want to go is obviously to after school practice for the football and cheerleading teams. Let's start with cheerleading. We see several young women. I say young women. This is like a CW TV show. So like in my head, you're all being played by like 28-year-old actors. But
That's fair.
But several young women in the cheerleading outfits for Hemlock High, including Faith, who's wearing like a little like white beret along with her cheerleading outfit. It looks kind of cute. But she looks at you, Valley. Are you in your cheerleading uniform or are you still in what you wore to school today?
Valley has changed into her cheerleading uniform, and since it's fall, it's not uncommon for the cheerleaders to underdress and have warmer layers on underneath, especially since it's just practice and not a game. So she does have like an Under Armour, like long-sleeved black undershirt that's like very skin tight so she can still move in it, but it's keeping her arms, her neck, her torso under the cheerleading outfit covered. And then she is wearing long black leggings as well. But she looks absolutely pristine, ready to practice, and has been doing all of the tricks and stuff. I envision this team being very like bring it on, like they go and they compete. It's very like tumbling focused, like that kind of beat. And Valley is one of those that does a lot of the tumbling and the tricks because her parents won't let her do gymnastics anymore. So this is as close as she gets.
Very Eliza Dushku. Bring it on.
Yep.
Hi, Valley. How are you doing?
I'm good, Faith. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Are you cold?
A little bit. It's a little windy today. So I just wanted to make sure I'm a little bit warmer on the field so I don't hurt myself.
Well, we have already warmed up, and typically that is when we lose our extra layers. It just helps me see the line of the body a lot better.
I wore all of the like regulation stuff. It's all very form-fitting. I think you can see me just fine.
Take it off.
Faith, come on. Can I just leave it on? I'm just a little extra chilly today, you know?
Valley, if I make an exception for you, then I'm going to be expected to make an exception for all the girls.
Valley pleads with her eyes for just a moment, and I don't think Faith cracks. And Valley, I think, starts to walk towards the bench to take off her pants and her underlayers. And she sits down and takes off her shoes and slides the leggings down. And as the leggings come off, we see welts, red and purple, all over her thighs and running down her legs. And then as she removes this top layer, you see a giant bruise coming up from her hip. There's marks on her neck that look like someone tried to choke her. And then her arms also have this just symphony of bruises. And then she just stands up. And at this point, any pleading or sadness or embarrassment or anything is completely gone from her. She is just standing completely straight. Her eyes look dead. There's no expression on her face. And she just walks back onto the field and takes her position.
Valley, oh my gosh.
I told you I didn't want to take it off.
Yeah, but I didn't know that was the reason why.
I shouldn't have to tell you every single thing. You should just trust me. You're my friend.
Well, I don't feel like you've been a friend to me recently, Valley.
Valley has been looking straight ahead while Faith is talking to her, not making eye contact. And I think in this moment, her head just very, unhumanly slow turns to look Faith straight in the face.
Faith, in a pseudo-innocent act, is twirling a long lock of blonde hair in her hand and then looks as some of it comes away in her hand and then just wipes it off on her skirt.
Valley just cocks her head at it and watches it fall to the ground and then looks back at Faith. And in this moment, we see a wicked, malicious smile creep onto Valley's face.
You can come out and say it. I know that you're the one who wrote the posts about you running for homecoming court. And I'm not mad. I just feel a little sad for you.
That's what you care about right now is homecoming. Your friend, your best friend, if memory serves, is standing in front of you, in front of everyone on the field, in front of the entire squad, covered in bruises. And this is what you are mad about? This is what you choose to focus on? And I think obviously her voice has risen. And I think it's one of those moments where the cheerleading squad starts to back away slowly, but all of the football players are coming over closer to be what's going on? What's happening here?
Listen, Valley, I don't know what you have going on at home, but we shouldn't be bringing our personal problems into practice. I do need you to leave it at the door. We have a reputation to uphold. I've been hearing rumors about you and the new kid. There's a standard, and I'm afraid you're not meeting it. This isn't the first time that you've been bringing down the energy and the morale at practice. All of the other girls on the squad can't be performing to the best of their ability if we're all worried about you or feeling sorry for you.
Valley takes a very small step back at that. Valley is the type of person that lifts up her teammates, helps them when they can't get tricks. She is a person known around the school as a genuinely good person. And Faith belittling her like this about not being good enough, about bringing everyone else down, feels so reminiscent of what she hears in almost every other area of her life. And it makes her blood boil. She stands there unnaturally still, just looking at Faith, watching her start to squirm because Valley is not saying anything back to her. And without telegraphing anything, her fist flies into the center of Faith's face, breaking her nose and sending her screaming to the ground with blood rushing all down her face, all down her uniform. And Valley just stands there with that wicked smile on her face, drawing on some of the pain that she experiences at home.
This feels like a lash out physically. Let's go ahead and read it. When you lash out physically, roll with volatile. On a 10+, you deal them harm and they choke up momentarily before they can react. On a 7 to 9, you harm them, but choose one. They learn something about your true nature and gain a string on you. The MC decides how bad the harm turns out, or you become your darkest self.
That is a 10.
It's beautiful, you punching her in the face as hard as you humanly can, even though you are not a human anymore.
Yeah, unhumanly can.
I think that definitely sends her beret flying.
Oh, yeah.
Full of hair.
Yes, the beret and
Yeah.
hair flies off.
Yeah.
Like, has to.
Yeah, I just snatched Faith's wig, essentially, but it is her real hair.
But it's sadly her real hair.
She's flown back, but then the beret and all, so it's just like scabs as she sits up, and then a pile of her hair and this little white beret. And I think Valley looks at that for a moment and goes, if I have to take my leggings off, you should have to remove the beret. That's definitely not part of the regulation uniform.
It's very much that scene from The Craft.
Absolutely. We love reference in this house.
Faith is knocked to the floor, blood streaming out of her once adorable, now broken nose. As she sits up, the beret slides off of her head along with the rest of her hair. You see the bleeding scabbed mess that is her scalp. Gasps ring out across the football field amongst the cheerleaders and the football players. We also hear probably several snaps of cameras as people are surreptitiously pulling out their phones.
I like to think that there is a group of like the hacky sack guys that are sitting in the bleachers, like getting stoned, watching, and one of them is
Ace.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely Ace.
Ace is just slow clapping.
Yeah, he's in his mascot suit, and he's up in the bleachers, like, smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's just like a slow clap.
Faith stands up, gathers her beret and a pile of her hair.
Oh no.
Angry tears are streaming down her face. She looks at you, Valley. We are done. I will destroy you. You are off the squad.
Okay. And Valley turns, walks back over to the bleachers, and gathers her stuff.
Get out!
Valley doesn't turn around. She's done. She doesn't need this.
Hemlock High is a Kitten Marlowe production, edited and produced by Kim Dalton. This episode featured a theme song written and performed by Jason Myers, with additional lyrics by Kim Dalton. You can find out more about us by visiting kittenmarlowe.com, signing up for our newsletter, or following us on socials. For Discord access, exclusive cast talkbacks, TTRPG materials, and more, visit patreon.com/kittenmarlowe and join the coolest kids in school, our Kitten Marlowe patrons, in supporting artist-driven storytelling. Thanks for listening. Psst. Do you have a blind item for the wall? Head to wallsofthestalls.com. Password: between classes. One word, no spaces. Have fun.